This is the bike that I ride street. It's not a road bike, it's a track bike, so I can't say for sure whether I liked fixed a lot more than freewheel or not, but I do like the feeling of fixed a lot. I feel that it does feel, like you have a direct connection with the road and all that stuff. The bike feels really nimble and sporty. You can really get going up to speed pretty quick, and you can whip it around pretty good. So the whole single speed fixed thing, it's kind of a cliche, but I do like it. This here, it's almost the same as when I bought it from a guy on Craigslist used in 2010. The frame is an Urbanite track frame with steel tubes, chromo steel tubes, and the fork is from a local shop, the frame and fork. It was originally black and then it was painted. I'm not sure the process he used to paint it. The bike had a theme for the build, and I think it was, the photos here show a hat, Hannigan's white and orange hat. So the bike was a themed build. It has some blue in it. Right now only the seat is blue, but originally it also had Vittoria two-tone blue and black tires. They've been worn out and replaced since, so now they have Continental Ultra Sport 23mm wide, 700C by 23, and they're just cheap tires, $40 or $50 each, I think. But they do grip pretty well. You can whip the bike around pretty good, and it stays grippy, so that's good. The whole bar and stem assembly and all that stuff is, I've never really heard of this stuff that much. I mean, it's an Uno ultralight stem. There's a bunch of spacers in the thing there, which I don't particularly love the look of. It doesn't look like it would be that sturdy, but it's not too bad. And it does provide a bit of extra height, which is nice because you don't want to be, cranking your neck. It's not a tournament or anything, so you don't need to be as low as possible. You are still really low, of course. The stem here, it says Cane Creek on it. SC1 is the model. The brake here says Tektro R3350. The same tire at the front, although this one there was an issue with the brake alignment, completely my fault, and the brakes scrubbed the tire a bit and it got a bit damaged, so I'm gonna have to replace it, but I'll probably just replace it with the same model if they still have that or something similar. The lever here is Tektro RL570, I believe, or it's scrubbed away. It might be 580 or something. The bars, I really like that. I'm not too familiar with the model, but it says Avenir, Avenir, fluted 175 gram, 6061 alloy, and they're nice. They're nice bars. The grips here are original. They're the Ori, the square chunks. Pretty popular on fixed bikes. Then moving along through to the pedals and stuff. These are pretty nice pedals I got from a shop, and can't remember the name of the shop, but they're MKS Sylvan. Made in Japan. And then these are the original cages, or they say SOMA on them, and Christophe strap here. One of them's actually broken, and you can see that it's just got a zip tie around it. I'm going to order another one of those. I was gonna potentially get a double strap, but I decided against it. The gear at the front here, I don't know exactly what it is. It just says Rocket, but I do like it. I haven't had any trouble with it, and I have banged it a few times. The cranks, again, not familiar with this really, but it says SINZ, S-I-N-Z. The chain is the same chain that I've had on BMXs. I don't know if this is just a BMX chain or if I think they make specific models for fixed gear, but it's KMC K8F, I think. And the hubs on the rims are just those cheap generic hubs that come with velocities, where if you go to order them, the cheap model will have generic, I think they call it something 8 or something like that. I have one of my B43s here. These look a little bit more aggressive, and I got them in the same orange, although like I said, I don't even like this orange. But these B43s are massive overkill, and they do add a lot of weight, so the bike feels a lot less nimble and just has a heavier feel to it. So there's a little cord here. It's a lot longer than I'd like, and it kind of scrubs the bars, and I like to hold close in on the bar. So this kind of is annoying, but I've never gotten around to actually changing it. It's a blue to match that color scheme from before. The actual seat is Cell Italia gel, genuine gel, and it's pretty good actually. I think it's like $70 or something for the seat. I have cat eye, just a cheap, it came with the bike actually at the back, and then on the front here I've got a bell. I don't like bells, but I didn't like having it on the bar because I like holding it up pretty tight towards the stem, like I said, so I put it just on the top tube here, and I can just reach over and hit that if I need to. This bell though is pretty crappy because this little casing on the bell rattles around, and the bell actually rings a little bit as you ride. Not like much, but it just does a little ringing as it vibrates, so that's pretty annoying actually. So that's all I can really think of. The seat post is just literally like a $20 crappy seat post from the bike shop Cycle Solutions, Beaches Cycle Solutions in Toronto. It's an Evo. It says Evo on it. It's like 20 bucks. Basically, I decided that, you know, since I didn't like the actual color scheme, and there was a few issues with the paint and stuff, I decided that I was going to be not putting any money into this and probably offloading it soon. If anyone wants to buy it, definitely, you know, but please do. Give me an offer and I'll probably take it if it's reasonable. The thing is, the bike feels great to ride. So, you know, I sound a little whiny because it feels good to ride, it's fun to ride, but I literally don't like the look of it. So I don't want to ride it, if that makes sense. I just want to get something that's kind of similar but just better looking, or more subtle and elegant looking. So the thing rides good. I can't complain there. It rides well. I'm not gentle on it, and like I said, I got it summer 2010, so I've been riding on it for a few years now, and the thing's taking a lot of mileage and a lot of abuse, basically, because, you know, fixed riding is not really gentle. Also, speaking of that, the bottom bracket is really crap. It's a super cheap one, and it does kind of click and creak a little bit, but it's not too bad. But like I said, I'm not putting any money into this anymore. The fork's pretty decent. There's not too much not too much play in it or anything. And these deep V rims I think are a pretty good sweet spot for steel rims. They're dual wall. The B43s are triple wall, but like I said, the B43s are massive overkill for street riding. I mean, I've literally hit not potholes, you know, the sewer grates, the ones that have the vertical lines still, at pretty good speeds a couple times, and the rims hit that straight on. And aside from a little bit of, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, wear on the rims and spots where it's been banged, but it's still really true, and there's almost no wobble to it at all. So these B43s are actually kind of amazing. So I wouldn't, you know, if you're not going to be, basically the B43s are for doing tricks. So if you're not doing tricks, something like the Deep V is better, because it makes the bike feel lighter and more nimble. So there it is, custom made bike, not by me, and sort of mixed feelings about it, but it's good. It's pretty good. The seat post, I mentioned I got it from Cycle Solutions. It needed to be replaced because the seat post that came in it was actually too small, and it was bending the frame a bit. So I had to change it with the correct size post. So that's it for now, and that's my track bike, fixed gear bike.